Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you are all well. Today's video is based around this time of year when we're still kind of thinking about winter dressing very much. Still in winter, but at the same time we don't want to be investing a lot of money in things that we can't carry forward. So it's quite a tricky kind of season to balance, I find. So the pieces that I'm going to share with you today are things that you can wear for now, but also to carry through into spring and beyond, into the summer season and even the following winter. So they're definitely kind of things I've had to think about and how I could work them for all seasons. And I quite like the challenge of doing this actually. So this is going to be a new in haul featuring pieces with Karen Millen, and this video is sponsored by Karen Millen. You probably already know that I work with them all the time. They have some great pieces. I also work with them on Instagram, so you can kind of go and have a look over it on there after you've watched the video and see their other pieces, because they've got some real classic staples, many of which I will be showing you today. As always, everything will be linked below. So without further ado, let's get on to the pieces. So this is my first little set I wanted to show you, and this really jumped out at me online on Karen Millen when I was shopping. I personally love, you know I've talked about this before, winter whites. So this suit to me doesn't feel particularly summery. I think you can really get away, obviously I'm wearing kind of off-white here as well, you can really get away with this shade in winter, and it just provides something a little bit different. So what's great about this suit is obviously you can wear it together, but also separately too. So the way I've styled it in the cutaway is just by pairing it together. This is how I would wear it more as kind of evening, going out for dinner kind of look, if you want a matching suit. And this for me is something you could wear now and transition to the springtime. And I think the pieces together just feel really elongating, especially with the high-waisted trousers and the crop jacket. This is a great look for if you want to emphasize your waist and to elongate your legs. If you have a particularly long body, the crop jacket is a great style for you, especially with these trousers, to really kind of create that elongation and balancing of proportions. So then I've popped it just to kind of give it a little bit of a more wintry feel, or kind of very early spring. I popped it with some darker colors. So I've just paired it with this simple black top and black bag. And then my shoes, so these are also from Karen Millen, and these are so incredibly comfortable. I've spoken before about not liking a really tall heel anymore. I just think a lower heel looks a lot more chic. It feels a bit more grown up and a bit less try hard as well. These sandals are just a great pair for every sort of occasion. As I say, really comfortable, look great with everything from a long dress, trousers like the ones I've got on, and also just worn with some simple jeans. They are a really good piece to have in your wardrobe. One of those kind of go-to pairs of shoes that you'll never regret buying. So let's talk about coats. I'm a bit of a sucker for a kind of creamy coat. This is so beautiful. I love the cut and shape of this. It feels very, very classy, and something you can wear for all time. And what I've done with the styling is that I've paired it with the outfit from the suit look, but I've swapped the jacket. So if you are feeling a little bit cooler and you feel like you want more of a coat, you could go for the jacket with it. As always, I'm kind of catering to such a broad range of climates. I know there's so many of you from different parts of the world, so I try and kind of get looks in that you can adapt to your own climate, and maybe swap the plain top for an oversized jumper. But then this coat really works to elevate that whole look, but still keeping you warm at the same time. And what's great about this kind of creamy style is that it still works really well into spring. There are so many times in spring where the weather sort of tricks you a bit and you feel a little bit fooled because it might be sunny outside, it might feel like, you know, there's buds on the trees, actually it's quite cold. So a piece like this you can wear, keeps you warm, but also it's quite light. It doesn't feel like you're wearing a great big winter coat. So it comes as no shock that I've chosen a classic blazer because I am such a blazer fan. I really think if you don't have a kind of core collection of blazers, you can missing out because they can create so many different kinds of looks and they're just such a staple piece to have. So this for me is a shade of camel that actually works for me. Sometimes camels can be very, very orangey and they don't particularly work for my skin tone. So this is why I picked this out. It's a little bit more of a subtle camel. I personally feel that this is like a really kind of expensive shade of camel as well. It's not, I think sometimes those really orangey yellow ones can look a little bit cheaper, whereas this just feels and looks really expensive. It's a classic shape, it's a double-breasted. This will last you forever and can be in your wardrobe whether you are 65 or 25. I really think everybody can make this piece work for whatever time of year as well. You could layer this up with a chunky jumper and a big scarf, or you could wear it in the springtime with a lightweight t-shirt. I've paired it here with just a Karen Millen t-shirt that I've had for quite a while now actually. Simple t-shirt and then the black trousers that I'll show you next. Just a really simple outfit and just a really great blazer that you can wear in so many ways. Moving on next to these trousers, which I am obsessed with. You know I love a black trouser, that is no surprise, but I'm actually really pleased I picked this particular pair from Karen Millen. They do have quite a broad range of different styles of basic black trousers, which is great. You can kind of experiment with your particular body shape. Not experiment, but find a pair that will suit your particular body shape. But these for me, I'm so glad I went for these. So they've got this really nice waistband around the top. They don't have loopholes, but I still find you can wear a belt really easily and it actually makes it a bit more flexible for what kind of belt you go for. But this thick band at the top, I think, not only does it make the piece look more expensive, but I just think it's really kind of flattering. I don't know, it's almost equestrian style with this big buckle and then the pleat down here. Just these subtle details I find really important when you're shopping. I have mentioned this, but look for those very fine design details that many times you kind of wouldn't even think about, but just those little subtleties in this pair of trousers is what makes them really great. And another thing I love about them is that they're actually quite slim leg. I have a few fairly baggy-ish ones, but these are quite slim leg, which makes them really flattering when you're tucking them into a pair of boots, which brings me on to my next item. So we have here this pair of chunky brown boots. And we all know how big the black chunky boot trend has been. And I think to have a brown pair just makes it feel a little bit different in your wardrobe. Again, it's all about those finer details and have a twist on, not necessarily the trends, but a twist on classic pieces and a twist on just those basics that we go to time and time again. So something like a boot like this that will go with everything, but in a slightly different shade, I think you'll find will bring something extra to your outfit. In all the shoes, by the way, I do go up a size, but the clothes tend to be true to size as well, depending on how you want it fitting. Sometimes you might want it a little bit looser. These boots, like I say, just a great solid pair. You can tuck them into trousers like the black ones I've done, in with a pair of leggings, or just with a long midi dress or skirt. They're just a real staple piece to have. so let's talk about this coat. Again, all the subtle details here. It's a traditional padded coat, but this collar just completely transforms it into something really, really cool and different. And when you are wearing these basic pieces, neutral color palettes, to have something statement like this really, you know, completely transforms the whole outfit. So this great huge collar here that goes all the way back not only keeps you really warm, but it just looks so cool as well. And what I love about this is that although it is kind of padded and, you know, a wintry coat, actually it's not too heavy and bulky, so it will kind of last you throughout the season. And like I say, on those cooler spring days, if you want to look stylish and chic, then this is a great one to have. Nice walk in the countryside, you know, throw this on, or even out and about in the city. And with the long boots that I actually have on now that I'm going to be talking about next. You'll be able to see them in detail in the cutaway, but they're over the knee, black pointed boots with a very, very small heel. These feel so elegant, but also quite cool at the same time. I feel like they just add a bit of an edge to the looks and to the outfits that I'm wearing here, because they are quite classic pieces that I've chosen. So to have kind of a pointy, long over the knee boot like this just kind of gives it a bit of a modern feel. So these again will go with absolutely everything, from a pair of slim leg trousers like these black ones, or to have skirts and dresses like I'm wearing here. We have this black knitted midi dress. And I am a huge fan of these knitted midi dresses at the moment, purely because they're so comfortable. I think at this time of year, what we want to do is snuggle up into something comfortable, and this definitely does the trick. The beauty of this is that it's not too heavy and too chunky, so it makes it one of those perfect transitional pieces that I could definitely see. Can you imagine this with some maybe tan sandals in the summer? I feel like that would be such a chic and easy look, maybe with a tan belt around the middle, but then worn now with a pair of boots like the ones I'm wearing, the over the knee boots, or a pair of chunky boots, or in the evening with a long heel boot and some sparkly earrings. This is such a timeless piece. And something that I particularly love about this is the split down the side. I think that makes it feel quite modern, contemporary. And I also really like the length. I'm about 5'6" for reference, and on me I just feel like it falls at a good length. And I also think if you're a little bit smaller, I think it would definitely work as a slightly longer dress. And again, if you're a little bit taller, it would work as a slightly shorter dress as well. So it's a real versatile piece, and I feel like it's quite flattering for all kind of body shapes. And what I love is that this little tie just skims over your stomach. That's an area I'm a little bit more conscious of, so anything like this just makes the outfit feel a lot more flattering. With this dress that I'm wearing now. So this is like a kind of off-white, it's more of a creamy, actually, not off-white, cream denim midi dress, which I think is so cool. I love the collar of it. I just kind of love everything about this. Again, it's one of those pieces that I can wear now. I've paired it with some black accessories, the black over the knee boots, the black belt like this, just makes it feel a little bit more winter appropriate. You could even layer this with like a black fine knit polo neck jumper underneath. I think that would look so chic. And then a big black coat over the top. So you can really, really make this work for winter. I think that's the beauty of denim, isn't it? That you can wear it all year round. Then transitioned into the warmer months, again with a pair of sandals, some trainers that just worn in a really relaxed way, maybe without the belt. So it's definitely a piece that if you invest in it now, you won't regret it and you'll be able to wear it time and time again. As with all of the pieces that I've shown you today, I just think they're so useful. That is it for the pieces. I'd love to know your favourite one in the comments below. I'm just thinking which one my favourite is, and I actually really like this dress. I feel like it's a little bit different for me, but I really love sometimes when you find that piece that feels like you, but it's maybe something that you don't already own. So I'm really quite excited to get wearing this. I'm sure I'll be wearing these pieces on my Instagram at Lydia Jane Tomlinson, will be linked below. And again, all the sizing details and the links to the Karen Millen pieces will be linked below. So thank you so much to Karen Millen for sponsoring this video. I really enjoyed filming this one. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.